Bronco values in 2024. We've been hearing stuff about Bronco values coming down. Just the popularity and the hotness of the Bronco is coming down. Now, do we see that though with the 6th gen?
Yeah, actually, I went to the Ford dealer yesterday to try and buy an interior door clip, which of course they don't have for an early Bronco. The guys looked at me like, we don't have anything in here earlier than 98 for parts. I'm like, well, we see if the 98 was the same. He just looked at me like, go away.
Yeah.
They had 12 brand new Broncos lined up across the front of the showroom. So they are selling Broncos, and they had 2 Raptors.
Wow.
And they had one more inside. That was in the front of the building. So we know they've got inventory now.
Yeah. You're hearing stuff of like, oh, the Bronco, it's just not, not selling as well. I don't think that is the case, but I think the people that wanted a Bronco, they've bought it. There was just such a crazy demand when it came out. You couldn't find it anywhere. And so people were marking them up like crazy. The dealership was way overcharging for them. So I think the frenzy part of it is gone.
The dealer's getting 10 and 30 over list for a Raptor. Yeah. Mark and I were looking the other day, and there were some Raptors for under 80, which is getting right down to dealer retail now. There is a difference right now between 2 doors and 4 doors. Even though 20% of what they make are 2 doors, they aren't necessarily in as much demand as a 4-door.
Well, I think the 2-door, I think people are realizing like, oh, it's really hard to have a 2-door. Like, it's hard to get in the back seat. Like one day Josh and I were trying to get in the back seat of that thing, and it was like a clown car. It's just, it's not easy for 2 6-foot dudes to sit in the back of that thing.
I know. I saw from the outside, all you saw was like, rear ends for a while until you guys could get in the truck.
Pushing us in. Yeah. So like a 4-door is much more practical, even though the 2-door looks like an early Bronco. Here's a 2023 Bronco Raptor, 6,000 miles on it. Perfect shape, they said. So much fun to drive and priced right. It's $75,000, $76,000. Yeah, I mean, this thing is nearly new, and they even got one in the background for probably the same price. And this is like a used car lot kind of thing. So we're just looking on Facebook Marketplace. So who knows what this will sell for, but the fact that it's selling for $75,000 instead of 110 that we would see early on.
So this dealer's trying to get basically list for it.
Basically,
like a brand new truck. Even that's going to come down, I believe.
Oh yeah, totally. But then I found this as well. And this is a 2022 Big Bend for $25,000.
So a 2-door,
2022.
And it's not a base model.
12,000 miles. Now it does have some damage. This guy's definitely either wheeled it or
doors hit a rock.
Yeah, something. So that is, it's been used, it's been abused, but still, like, I feel like seeing a used Bronco for $25,000,
a Gen 6
is, I have not seen that before.
I've not seen anything under 38 or something like that. So look, the seat's in nice shape. So it doesn't look like it was rolled or anything. You just can't drive.
Yeah.
Basically.
I know. Like, I'm like, you've got rock sliders. So I don't know. Did he get into a door? Yeah. Now, again, part of this is just your normal, like, new car prices coming down. Should you freak out? Oh my gosh, the Bronco's losing value. It's not worth it anymore. No, that's not like, I don't think that is what's happening. I think we saw such huge inflation on Bronco prices for so long on the new Bronco.
Yeah.
And now, yes, that is coming down. Paired with the first generation popularity is kind of easing up and coming down as well. So people are going, oh no, Broncos are just tanking.
But here's a real story. So my nephew came and visited me. He's a professional welder, so he can afford this. And I let him drive my Bronco. He was supposed to buy a pickup truck. A week later, he sends me a picture of his brand new 4-door Sasquatch that he bought. He liked the way it drove so much, and the 2.7 has plenty of power, so he knew he wanted that. And I think out the door, he was 63.
Okay.
So he paid retail plus whatever the dealer can get you for, extended warranty, wipers for life or whatever it is. If you want the truck, they got you. The dealers are still making good money on these, but the used market, once it rolls off the lot, those are definitely coming down.
I think people are kind of looking at it and going, oh my gosh, like we're, sell all your Ford stock because Bronco prices are coming down.
The sky is falling. The dealer got me for all that stuff too. It's just like,
oh yeah.
My wife's like, don't you think we need the extended warranty? And I'm like, no, we don't need anything.
Yeah. Well, you got it.
She had to co-sign for me though, so we got it.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, Donnie. Why, in your opinion, would the 2024 Bronco prices be coming down? Why do you think people are saying the Bronco is coming down and it's not going to be doing well?
Well, I feel like that's Jeep people, but because I would still buy another one. I really love my truck, and I did not expect to like it when I bought it. I bought it because I wanted to know about it and it would be good for what I do. But the reality is I've fallen in love with it. My wife's like, why haven't you sold it yet? I thought it was worth all this money. You missed your opportunity to make a profit on it. Yeah. But, I think supply has something to do with it. Most of these trucks are still under warranty. So until we get past when 2021s are out of warranty, then I think we're going to see another price drop.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a bunch of people that are either going to buy newer Broncos or they've had their fun with the Bronco and they're going to buy another car. So I feel like we've still got another big price change coming when the 3-year warranty's up or whatever the warranty is.
6-year warranty. No, I would say there's a couple reasons why people are looking at the Bronco and saying, oh, it's not doing well. And I think one is powertrain options. Ford should have come out with a V8 by now that goes in the Bronco. We're looking at year 3 of, or going into year 4 of having the Bronco out on the market.
We still don't have a V8.
Right. Jeep has a V8.
What's the big one?
They have the Hemi.
That you can get a Hemi in a Jeep. It's like, come on, Ford.
And I think that's a big one. Like people who are holding out for that may have been like, well, it's probably never going to happen. I'll move on. Like, I think that's a big selling feature that they're missing out on, whether they'll admit it or not. I just think having a V8 is very appealing for a lot of people. I think the interior is a feature that there's a lot of things that I like about the Bronco interior, but there's a lot of little nuances that I don't feel like they have updated the interior since it came out. And there's a lot of things that I feel like could be better that just are still the same. When you sit in the Bronco interior, like the fact that the color of the interior, like the accent color, is based on your Bronco's, what is it? The trim package rather than the exterior of the vehicle.
It almost never matches the outside of the truck.
So you have a blue Bronco with orange accents inside and it's like, huh? Like, why is...
Mine's red with blue accents. Yeah. And most of them have orange and the trucks are not orange.
Right. So there's stuff like that I feel like people are looking at it going, oh, well, they're never going to fix this. I'll find something else, that has. And I think, like, in all honesty, people still don't see Ford as a vehicle that holds its value, a vehicle that is going to last a long time. And so Toyota just came out with a new Land Cruiser or the new 4Runner, and you got the new Land Cruiser. Like, I think people are now going, oh, like, this is a cool option. Like, I'll just go get the Land Cruiser or get the new 4Runner and it's going to last longer than the Bronco. Will that happen? We have no idea. Toyota's not the same company that they were 20 years ago, 30 years ago when, they had their vehicles that were lasting for 300, 400,000 miles. People still have that in their head. And so they're like, oh, the longevity of a Toyota is way better than a Bronco. Like, we've been involved with the Bronco for a long time. I've seen how much time and effort they put into longevity and they put into trying to make the Bronco last. But it's a new vehicle that is going to have issues. We saw all the issues with the steering racks breaking, when the Bronco was coming out and people were first starting to wheel them. So now in the 2024 Bronco, there is the Haas 3.0 or 4.0 steering system in there. So, like, I feel like Ford is working at making it better. But I still think that there are some things in people's minds. The interior is probably a personal thing, but like, I think there's still things in people's minds that are keeping them from getting over that hurdle to actually buy a Bronco.
Yeah. I've tried to break my steering rack, and you remember Chase Gentry tried to break the new rack, says he can't break it. I mean, we were throwing my truck on its nose. And then in the interior, I'm going to support the new Bronco side because I'm going to stand by it. The other than like, I still like the interior. I don't feel like they need to change anything except for the grab handle is in a place where you can't lift yourself into the truck. Like those two grab handles on the end of the dash look cool, but they don't help you get in the truck
worthless
at all.
Yeah.
It's like, could you put them anywhere else?
Yes.
Like maybe up high.
Yeah.
I agree. I think values are definitely coming down, and which makes them more affordable.
Yep.
Which means, more people are going to buy them, but I'll be curious to see what happens when the warranties are up and how that affects the price.
All right. So there you go. A little, Bronco prices in 2024. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear how you disagree with Donnie on all of his points. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.